What it do? Hey, another day in the office, man. On the screen, man, is two new videos of the Blackhawk that ran into the American Airlines flight. And to me, I'm sorry, did anybody check up on this pilot mental health? Did anybody check up on this pilot mental health? Because you never know what's going on. To me, he flew. He didn't try to miss the plane, man. He didn't try to miss this plane at all, dog. I don't care what nobody say, man. He see this plane, bro. This is an airplane, not no little two-seater or nothing. This is a whole airplane, dog. Come on, man. Let's get into this, dog, for real.
And breaking overnight, CNN has exclusively obtained two new videos offering a more direct angle and vantage point of the midair tragedy between the American Eagle's flight and the Blackhawk helicopter. A warning, these videos are difficult to see as we are also learning more about the 67 lives that were lost in this collision. This morning, the New York Times is reporting that the helicopter may have been flying outside of its approved flight path and higher than it should have been. We'll get much more to that. Let's get to the videos. The first video we want to show you, the bright light that you see at the top is the American Airlines jet as it approached the runway. Then you see the helicopter flying directly into the frame and directly into the plane. Both aircraft immediately then crashing down into the Potomac River. The second video,
no, we're going back to
at the top is the American Airlines jet as it approached the runway. Then you see the helicopter flying directly into the frame and directly into the plane.
Bro, dude was not even trying to miss that plane, man. I feel like he was probably going through something. I'm sorry, he didn't just try to go around the plane or hover, you know what I mean, come to a little stop, because you in the helicopter. A helicopter can hover. So it looked like he was just aiming for the plane, man. I'm sorry to say that, man, but this is just what it is, man. It don't look like that he was trying to miss that plane, dog. And that's just what it is, man. And we're going to continue on the second one now.
Both aircraft immediately then crashing down into the Potomac River. The second video, it appears to be surveillance video from the airport and showing very same helicopter moving along the river as the plane approaches the runway at DCA, and then the collision and the explosion and into the Potomac River. Horrifying.
I'm sorry, man. I know people ain't going to want to hear that. Ain't going to want to hear that it was intentional. But guess what? That was intentional, man. They said he didn't even respond when the place, I forgot the name of it, where they be sending the signals out and the calls and all that. This nigga didn't even respond. So what are we talking about? Bro, listen, hold on. The nigga flew into the plane, man. Real talk, man.
See at the top is the American.
He's going down, man. He's going toward the plane. He ain't trying to go up. He ain't trying to do none of that. He is aiming for that plane, man. Whether y'all like it or not, man. That's just what it is, man. You looking dead at it. Look at the angle. Look at the angle of the Blackhawk, man. You tell me you don't see nothing in that light. What? Look at the lights on that plane. You see that damn plane coming, dog.
An airlines jet as it approached the runway. Then you see the helicopter flying directly into the frame and directly into the plane. Both aircraft immediately then crashing down into the Potomac River. The second video, it appears to be surveillance video from the airport and showing very same helicopter moving along the river as the plane approaches the runway at DCA, and then the collision and the explosion and into the Potomac River. Horrifying. Both now to the investigation into what led to that horrific crash. Both of the so-called black boxes have been recovered from the commercial jet, are being examined and analyzed. Those black boxes are going to be key to pinpointing what exactly happened in the moments before the deadly crash. CNN's Renee Marsh is following all of this live from Reagan National Airport. Renee, what is the latest that you're picking up?
Well, let's focus on the victims first, Kate. We can tell you that as of this morning, 14 bodies are still missing, 4 of them still pinned inside of the aircraft, and 2 of the soldiers who were inside of that Blackhawk helicopter have yet to be recovered. We know that recovery efforts will resume soon as sun comes up this morning. Now, we also are expecting the flight manifest with the names of the victims, all of them who were on board the commercial aircraft, to potentially be released today. And we also know that President Donald Trump has plans to meet with some of the victims' families. It is unclear when that meeting will happen. Now, as for the investigation, that is ramping up this morning. You mentioned the black boxes have been recovered from both aircraft, both the airplane as well as the Blackhawk helicopter. The NTSB telling us yesterday that they expect to have a preliminary report with a readout from these black boxes within the next 30 days. Investigators are also waiting for a crane to arrive on this crash site. That crane will be helpful in trying to remove much of this debris. That will be critical in this investigation, as well as the debris will hold clues for investigators. And Kate, this morning we're also learning about staffing in that air traffic control tower. We heard that air traffic control audio in which they warned the pilot of the Blackhawk helicopter about the commercial regional jet. And now CNN has learned that one air traffic controller was actually working.
Yeah, the air traffic controller. He warned him. They asked, dude, do you see that? Do you see that plane? Do you see that plane, man? And they got no response, dog. And y'all mean to tell me that y'all think that this was an accident? Come on, man. This ain't no fake news and none of that misinformation, none of that, man. You got to just put your own theory with it. And it looked like this dude really was trying to intentionally hit that plane, man. And that's just what happened, man. That's just what it is. My condolences go out to the families and friends of everybody that was on that plane. But this is 1942, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. And now that, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments. We out the office, man.